We're live.
Welcome to the bonus episode of Between Two Peers, a live stream show where your hosts, Mistress Sassy Seamstress and Sir Danger Muppet, invited guests from around the known world to answer your pressing questions about life, the universe, and everything. However, today, we're actually bringing in our tech crew and the wonderful Lady of the Lake to answer your questions submitted so you can get to know who helps us make this show happen for all of you. So, this week's episode is sponsored by Jägermeister, Hurricanes, and Coffee. Why do you ask? Because all three of those will get you in trouble, but they have a different mouthfeel. Sorry, I couldn't keep a straight face on that one. This show is rated R for language, possible sexual conversation topics, and general sassy opinions. You know enough about Mistress Sassy Seamstress and myself, so it's time to get to know our crew. So, Baby Ninja, give us your intro.
Hi, everybody. So, I'm Baby Ninja, or Kikachi, depending upon how you know me, or even Pikachu. I currently reside in Meridies. I am a squire to my knight, Sir Yaskrib, and I fight polearm and travel ridiculously.
Can confirm. Curious?
I am Carius Hiltzman. I'm local to the Bay Area, about 6 miles from either of those two ladies. I'm a pelican, and I aspire to be a laurel and a knight. My knight and my laurel is Duke Fabian von Svetzingen, and I'm here because, well, this stuff's easy for me and it's fun.
Simple answer.
Because we like making tech things.
Lady of the Lake, did you... Okay, hang on, I'm sorry. The Lady of the Lake has an intro. She says, hi.
Do we out her?
Oh.
Should we out her?
Not yet.
Okay. I guess that's
I have a feeling a couple cocktails in that's going to happen.
She was okay with mysterious floating hand for a while.
Yep. All right. So with that and our intros from the various tech crew that keep us all running, and then throw headphones behind the scenes, we're gonna get straight into the questions. Most of these questions are pulled from previous shows. Mistress Sassy Seamstress, I like garbling your name tonight. I'm so sorry. And myself are actually just directing the show tonight. You've already heard these answers from us. It's time to get to know everybody else. So the first question up from Hans. Who's the real Conan, Arnold or Jason?
So before I answer this, normally we have a little question box, which is right here on the screen. But they didn't give us the questions this time. So I wrote this to be snarky, just so stream can see this. The question box is lonely.
I would also like to note, we have no control, Mistress Sassy Seamstress and I have no control of the layout on this. We just blindly trust them.
I have all of the control. This is fantastic.
All right, so what's your answer?
The real Conan, you said Arnold or who?
Arnold or Jason?
Jason Momoa.
So that's probably Jason Momoa. I prefer... He's got better action scenes and isn't just... yell at things and get to the chopper. That's...
Have you seen the Schwarzenegger Conan?
Yes, actually. Yes,
Okay.
Actually.
I was about to say, hang on, you might be young enough you didn't see it.
Wait a minute, though. There was no getting in the chopper.
No, but he still has that let's get to the chopper, face and everything. I can never get that out of my head. Ever.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm going to go ahead and go with Momoa. He is, if you've ever watched him do the hakas, he is truly a warrior, so I feel that he could channel that better than Schwarzenegger, who's an actor politician. Schwarzenegger is iconic when it comes to action movies and fighting, but Momoa has that warrior spirit, so I'm in for him.
I respect the fact you're both wrong, but it's okay to be wrong.
I'm with our tech crew.
Look, first it's James Bond. Now it's Conan. Fine. You know what? I'm going to sit here and be wrong because I'm right and I'm okay with it.
Oh, just wait.
And Lady of the Lake, do you wish to... I'd like to note, she has feelings.
Oh my gosh!
I cannot see those feels.
Sandal fucking Bergman. Yeah. No,
Okay.
she's right, actually. No, that's good.
Sandal fucking Birdman. She won the goddamn Golden Globe for her role. You know, the one who has to keep freaking saving Conan?
Mm-hmm.
So, Kunahil just said in chat, wait a ticky. I can't even read what the straight
Yeah, the Ticky Boo.
Momoa is the right Conan, but Daniel Craig is the wrong 007. My answer is yes.
We have opinions.
Hey, Tech Crew, guess what? It's not your job to read the chat bubble this time. That's our job.
Okay, sorry. It's a habit.
So shut the fuck
It's a
up
really
and focus
bad
on the
habit for
questions.
being a streamer.
I love how sassy you guys, and that's the best part about this is that you guys watching this don't get to see the sass that we hear in the background because we can hear them talking and throwing headphones and things. So you get to finally experience the epic levels of sass that these two have. This warms my heart.
Normally, my whole mic is muted so the stream can't hear it, and only people in this Zoom chat can hear it, which means they get to hear all of my snarkiness, and y'all miss out on it. Now
We just have a button where we can turn him on and off. Are we ready to go to the next question?
Yeah, we're gonna go to the next question. This one comes from Helga. How do you handle peer fear? Or how have you handled peer fear?
Oh, man. Ironically, I had it for about 6 months when I first started, and then realized they were just people. When I got to hang out with my first king and queen at Gulf Wars, and realized when they got done, they were done with all their stuff, hiding in the cabin, they were just people like the rest of us. And I was like, oh, so this is just like the black belts at my martial arts school. Awesome. And ever since then, it's like, yeah, they're people. They can be mean all they want. Woohoo. Like, this is a hobby. I still get to go home and play on my computer and go to school and get paid.
That and like $4 will buy you a drink at Starbucks, that kind of a thing. Yeah.
This is where I say I don't drink Starbucks and I get yelled at by like 15 people.
No, that's okay. You know, I'm not going to be mad at you at that. I'm mad at you about Jason Momoa as Conan, but not about not drinking Starbucks.
I'm okay with that.
Serious?
So when I didn't really interact with a lot of peers until I moved to the West. I had one, and he was about as scary as a koala bear. But here, when I did first move, it wasn't just peer fear. It was overwhelmingly that I didn't know a lot of people. So I didn't know who was peered and who was not, and I didn't care. If people were talking to me, then I'm happy. Fortunately, most of my friends were peers long before I was. So that served really well to just, grind away that fear of the title or the fear of the pointy hat. And then I did a bunch of courts and guards. I was on guard for, I think, 4 and on court for 3. So
Yeah, you got stuck with me.
I got stuck with, being with you is not stuck here. So just being around them a lot and realizing that these people were just like me before they got peered. So there's really no reason. Now, there's a different level of respect or peer fear. Respect for the office and for the people when you're at an event should always be observed. But if you're just palling around, there's no peer fear.
Lady of the Lake, do you wish to answer this question? She was the only one allowed to pre-prep.
Oh, good grief.
I don't really understand peer fear. It might be that I grew up in LA and had a job a long time working with actors and directors. People are just people. Some are great and some are and some totally suck.
Mm-hmm.
I would be sad if someone was afraid to talk to me based on the fact that I happen to be dating a guy who loves to fight and I get to have the privilege of being a peer now because of it. There's your first hint into who this person is.
Ooh.
So, I know you don't want me reading chat, but I got asked because they keep seeing me look around. Yes, chat, I have the stream stuff on this side and the Zoom chat on this side, so I keep checking to make sure everything's running because it's all running through my thing. So, I'm sorry I keep bouncing back and forth.
He's an epic multitasker. Just
I want to put ears on his headphones because of just like his mannerisms. What's going on?
They have to be on the springs too.
Basically, like cats when they do, directional.
So are we ready for the next one?
I think we are.
Okay, this one comes from Elizabeth, Her Majesty Aidenbelt, because, I can just name drop that one.
Uh-oh.
What is one pivotal decision What one pivotal decision did you make in your life that, had you chosen differently, would have made the most significant impact on your life now?
Oh, good lord. That's actually a really easy one for me. Staying at basic and finishing all the way through basic training.
Oh.
I didn't know you were a military dropout.
Yeah, me either. Wow.
There's a whole long story for that I will go into privately.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Serious?
I'm going to say in 92, I started dating a lady that had a child. And that was my first interaction with little kids in that capacity. And so sticking with him, I think that and the rest of the kids have saved my life several times, because I'm a little bit reckless, a little bit crazy, too smart for my own good.
No.
So every time I go to do something, crazy, I think, well, how this will affect the kids. I think turning Brandon into my son was one of the most pivotal things in my life, because that started the whole thing with kids.
Yes.
That's lovely.
The Lady of the Lake, do you wish to speak?
I can't fit that on a Post-it.
No,
What?
no, lovely Lady of the Lake.
Okay. Jeez, you guys always get to dress up. I'm really warm now. Oh, God. So,
Here, I'll even scoot over so you can come drive the bus with me.
hi guys.
Countess Alice.
That one
The
actually.
Lady of the Lake does have legs, by the way.
They're down there somewhere. In the water. That question actually gave me all the feels, and it wasn't so much about the thing in my life that I would change to be somewhere different. It made me think more of things that I've done that I regret. That like if I could go back in time, or gives me all the feels. It actually it brought up a lot of stuff for me, because when I got to do that thing where I got to wear the pretty thing on my head, like I feel like I have somebody that I should apologize to. And it's really hi, my first appearance. I'd like to be all like super crying, because
I actually like.
Hey.
I cut.
They're cutting onions in the kitchen.
we can cut this out later, right? It's not live.
Oh no, it's live. You're
It's
live.
totally live. 100% live.
Live. Yeah.
It's on the internet forever.
Internet.
Now, I think Alice, it also did the same thing with me, where it and I don't know, you and I are close in age, and we're kind of getting into that period of life where you look back at your youth and you think, fuck, all the shit I fucked up. And
I'm
What?
still
It was
still
the
paying for a lot of the things that I did as a youngster. I do that in several different ways, but I do them because I feel that I owe, a lot of people for where I'm at, and that I need to do something about that. So, I gave away tons of laptops this last year that were reconditioned, and people's like, that's so generous. Like, no, really, I'm making up for some bad karma by doing things for people that I do.
I fought with my partner a lot in the beginning of our reign about, what we should wear, and I don't want to matchy match. And my biggest regret about the whole thing is I had somebody who reached out that wanted to be part of my guard, and I talked to their knight, and their knight suggested that they should be an artisan, and I was real mad about that, because
I'm waiting for the light bulb to go off.
they said they wanted to be part of my guard, and then their knight didn't get back to me, and then I never ever got to tell them that I was sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. That doesn't bother me at all. I was halfway absent during that too, because I had lost my job that year, so I was not going to events very often.
This got really deep.
But it was a thought that counts. I knew you were thinking about it.
Oh man, now that we've all thrown the feels down, Jesus.
All right.
Isn't there supposed to be some funny?
Oh yeah, no, there's
around
some
here somewhere.
There's some funny.
That's usually you.
Wait,
Typically you say
I
this.
got this. Let me throw the headphones.
Uh,
Sarah, are we ready to go to the next
I
question?
think we're ready to go to the next question. And this one also comes from Her Majesty Elizabeth Vatenvelt. What skill do you have that might surprise others?
Wow.
I like how they're like, can't say in public, can't say in public, can't say in public, can't say in public.
We can be inappropriate, like, you know, it's our thing.
That would
I like how you said that in the most sultry redheaded voice ever of like, it can be inappropriate.
Like, I'm sitting here looking around my room, like, what do I have that I do that nobody...
Can you tie a cherry stem in a knot with your tongue?
No, so I'm tongue tied,
I can't
actually.
I can't. Me too. That is the one thing I can't do. It just drives me insane.
So one thing that I do that most people in the SCA don't know is I have a black belt in martial arts. So I do that. I've done that for like 9.5 years. I've competed in martial arts tournaments. I've gone through the whole shebang. I've done MMA training. I mean, there's that. That's all I can think of. Honestly.
I'm surprised. Not that I didn't know you. See, I didn't know you ahead of time. So my only exposure to you has been through the show and getting to know you through the show. So maybe if I had met you in real life and like got a bigger impression, that would not be surprising at all. Curious?
I have actually, there's one thing that I think that nobody would ever expect, and that is I learned how to cut Japanese flowers in a Japanese style a long time ago when I was like 18. And I think that's the only thing that would be surprising. A year ago, I said oil painting, but the cat's out of the bag because I, had that at an event. So I don't know. I have lots of skills. I'm not a master of any, but philosophy. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say
the beautiful lady in the kitchen in there just like philosophy. I have a degree in philosophy.
Yeah.
Not just computer aiding or what have you. I actually broke away from computers for a while in college and said I hate them. They bring me nothing but strife. And I said, what can I do that doesn't have a computer in it? Oh, philosophy. Little I know that the two are like, intertwined at several different levels. But I'm a 19th century continental philosophy, I don't know, what do you call it? Expert? Not an expert because I don't have a doctor or anything, but I'm heavily into 19th century continental philosophy.
Who's your favorite philosopher?
It would be without a doubt Friedrich Nietzsche.
Really?
Yep.
Really? Okay.
On the outside, if you listen, yeah. Second, I want to say, which is kind of funny because he's 20th century, is Foucault.
I love Foucault. Yeah, I actually do.
Prison, and he talks about sexuality and why we're so screwed up here in the modern America.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could chat about that for fucking ever.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing, like I would have pegged you for a Kant, actually, if we're going German philosophers. You don't like Kant?
I am the world's worst about being on time with anything. Kant was, you could set your watch by Kant going to the train. I am horrible.
You thought I said the C word.
Oh, wow.
Can't. Or how about Hume? What about Hume?
He's a little late for my time, but he's cool.
Yeah.
I asked Araya one day, "Are you related to David Hume?" She's like, "Who?" And I'm like, never mind.
Why are you talking about my dad? Yeah, I'm related to that. But yeah, I actually supposedly we're possibly related.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me at all.
Monet, the word there.
I'm sorry.
I don't even know what the question is anymore.
The question is a skill that might surprise others.
I don't know if I have a skill that might surprise others. I have done so many weird and strange jobs, but I also talk a lot. So it's really hard to be surprised by anything because I've probably already told you that story 4 times.
Well, I don't know, like a skill that surprises other being fired.
You haven't told us the story.
Oh yeah.
Like the same building with 2 different jobs? Like that's pretty solid.
The Whole Foods in Berkeley is the same place that used to be at Tower Records, and those are the only 2 places I've ever been fired from. So she's Tower Records and
you were fired from Tower? I used to work for Tower.
I totally was fired from Tower Records for walking behind the counter when I wasn't at work.
Oh, fuck off. Oh, they were sticklers about that. I remember that.
Yeah, it was right after the Northridge earthquake because I'm old.
Not that old.
And
we're 29.
Time in my life.
They're punning in the chat group, by the way.
But
Oh yes.
there was a new guy that was a manager, and he basically fired everybody for like stupid stuff. He tried to fire me for touching somebody's till who ended up with it being 25 cents over. I'm like, oh, so why? Why does it matter that I rang on their drawer when it bounced, pretty much?
Yeah, I hate managers like that.
You know, my weird ass Tower Record story was that you remember when they used to have the Ticketmaster?
Yeah, I used to run that.
I was trained on it and sucked at it. Like, it was like the terror of my 19-year-old life was to run the Ticketmaster.
I hated on sales so bad.
Yeah.
But I used to sit at Ticketmaster and look at Bass Sales, which was Northern California, and see what was playing up here when I lived down there. But I had some. So this is my surly Tower Records. I was sitting at the counter with a giant Tower, like Ticketmaster sign in neon above my head, Tower Records, Ticketmaster posters behind me. Do you have Tower Records or do you have Ticketmaster here? And I'm like, no. You should try Warehouse. Just in the same parking lot. I'm a terrible person.
I would do it.
That's funny. That's really funny to me. Yeah.
Okay, Sarah, can you pronounce the name on the next question?
I think it is More Tsubaki. And please forgive me if I fuck that up. But yes, this is
I was not even willing to try. There's a reason why I'm not a court herald, by the way. Don't do that shit. So what is your best war fighting no shit there I was story?
I just told mine.
I love this story. So I had the story from two different views. Mine and the guys behind me. It's my first Gulf Wars. Literally, I've been in the SCA for probably like 6 months. Standing there, 7.5-foot glaive, Japanese armor, bridge battle. I'm off in La La Land because I'm a glaive fighter. Bridge battle means I just start daydreaming until I see arrows start flying. We start losing, and all of a sudden, this dude in a pig face helmet comes busting through the line and running at me. I look long enough to realize he has the heraldry of one of the sitting royalties of Aidenveld. He then runs into me where I block him and lock him up. And after he tries to, like, punch me with the basket hilt, like, twice, I literally, like, judo toss him off the field. And then walk away and clean up the other bridge. At the same time, all I heard was, woo! Because I didn't realize who I had thrown or how far I had thrown them. The guys behind me were like, you literally tossed him and he just tumbled and rolled, got up, dusted himself off, and walked away. I threw him a good 15 feet.
I would like to note Baby Ninja expressing his big dick energy right there.
I threw a grown man in armor. I was pretty proud of this, okay?
Most definitely something to be proud of.
Yeah,
so I haven't been able to fight lately, but I think they're very short, so there's two. My first charge after getting authorized by Sir Heinrich von Melk and Fabian, I got bowled over by the squadron of horsemen and fractured my ankle. My first fight ever, my first war ever, the first 5 minutes of the war, and my ankle was fractured. So that was, I felt very tough, and I didn't get it take off the field for the rest of the day because I wasn't going to disappoint Duke Fabian because he had worked hard with me to get my armor on me and get it put together. But I stayed in, and I had a lot of fun, but the next day I just wasn't able to move the leg very well. The second one was when I ducked Duke Hansa. This was probably 2 or 3 years after my first fight. I was told to go out and find the baddest of the baddest on the field by my knight, and I said, okay. So Duke Hansa was one of them. I was pretty tired already, and I said, sir, I need to fight you if you're willing. And he's like, yeah, let's go a few passes. Probably towards the end, I had, exhausted all of my finesse and was just really trying to get at him. And he swung at me, and I ducked, and we both froze. And I went, did I do something wrong? He's like, no, that was very good. I've just not had it happen often. So ducking Sir Hansa was, one of the highlights of my fighting career.
I love that you ducked my husband. That just pleases me.
Adding that to the list of to-dos, just to see if it works.
Lady of the Lake.
I mean, I'm not a fighter. I don't have a really great story. I could tell you a story about my childhood though. I got a funny one.
The
from
no
my
shit
mom.
where you let's
Yeah.
go with the no shit there was.
Okay, so I was little. I was climbing on a fence. My mother told me not to climb on. I got a bunch of slivers down the back of my calf. My mother takes me inside. She puts a big old bandage on it. She wraps it all up. We flash forward to I'm 16. I'm reaching under the counter. I go downstairs and I ask my mom, did you really stick a maxi pad on my leg when I was 5 as a bandage?
They're solid bandages.
She's
They're there.
like, oh, I mean, it was clean. You're fine.
Yeah.
Story sums up my mom.
I was about to say, for those of you that don't know, always pack those in your med kit. They are some of the best fucking stoppers ever. Like,
Weren't they? They were originally created, actually. I think out of World War One, or maybe that's a tampon. One of both of them were.
Tampons are great bullet hole plugs.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, the pad for sure. Oh, the adhesive pad. I think that's what it was. The adhesive pad was the thing that came out of like the trenches in like World War One or two or whatever, and it was.
Mhm.
It eventually ended up becoming a feminine product. But man, they're great. They really are good.
I'm sorry, are you bleeding? Stick.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, talk to me
That
before.
diapers, man. You got a really bad wound. Diapers will fucking soak blood.
Well, then
Oh, man.
she sent me back outside to play more. We lived across the street from a commune.
Well,
It was
Hey,
the
it worked.
70s.
Your mom explains so much about you.
I mean, it's really.
Oh, wait a minute though. So that it would have been the 70s. Were they the belt kind, or was it?
No, there was the stickum kind back then. Because it was still the same box.
Oh my god.
Okay, but I did have a dial phone and a black and white TV. Okay, it's okay.
Hey, I grew up with a black and white TV, but that's because we were poor.
I
Just
really
don't make
wish
me
they
have
had
to
like
print
just
out
come
any more
out of
Scrabble.
Olga's nose into the cup and just all over the desk.
It almost happened. All right, are we ready for the next question?
I think so. I'm gonna go to next question is from Thorfinn. What is your most precious SCA related possession and why?
Do I have it in here? I don't. It is an armband that I got from the first king that ever gave me an award after I had just wrecked like 14 people. He walked up to me and handed me an armband and said, "Hell yeah," and walked away. That was the whole conversation. Hell yeah, walked away. It was his personal one that he like hand stamped and made for him. That he told his queen he wasn't going to give anybody, and he gave it to me.
Nice.
And I'm gonna go let my dog go in.
There are so many good people in my life that have given me things when I got elevated. I have this one on, and this is from Margaret Grimm, Maggie. I like to wear it. It's been in the shop a couple of times because I'm rough on stuff and I keep breaking it. The second one would be there's a chain that was created for me by Chris Wemmer. He is not SEA, but he's kind of like a Squire brother and an apprentice brother. He does Battle of Nations with Fabe. So he made a chain for me when he found out I was getting elevated. So that's pretty special. And then Rudava, Christine Lee made me a nice little necklace that was steampunk and had my device on it. So I'm pretty proud of that. And then finally, there's the token from not Loki, Francisco, who gave me his token off of his neck to be elevated in, and was attached to that chain from Chris. So those are all pretty special.
Also, by the way, I love that our tech guy is the one that's lagging out. Yep.
Occasionally, yeah.
Yeah.
I do not know why. I'm on an amazing computer with a gigabit connection.
Lady of the Lake? Yeah, the thing's amazing.
That's pretty cool.
It's literally, he told me it was like
May I real quick?
$15 worth of steel. I
So-
could beat someone to death with it.
It's awesome. And
Who made it?
William Kahn,
Oh, yeah.
Competition.
Yeah.
Luigi.
he was one of my artisans, and so I was talking to him because Steve Moffat, Stephen Norham was supposed to make one, and I've known him for decades. You notice that I'm not holding one that Stephen Norham made because he got mostly done with it.
I was about to say because Muppet.
No, I love him. I know him.
I love him.
I
too.
understand. But so I was talking to him and I'm like, do you think you can make a thing? I mean, I have somebody else that's making a thing, but I don't trust it. But so he drove 6 hours to come to the surface of the sun.
That Purgatorio was hot.
Oh my God, it was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
I'm sorry. Being that hot and high as fuck on cold meds,
I was
Yeah.
supposed
not
to
being
wear
able to breathe.
I was supposed to wear a multiple layer silk dress to step down. No. No. Everybody's really lucky I didn't step down in my bra. It was hot.
I'm sorry. If you had done that, Hebek's eyebrow would have never left his scalp. Ever. It would have been permanently seared.
Yeah, but he would have understood. It
Yeah, true.
was hot. But anyway, like he drove forever not really knowing me to make this and bring it to me, and it made it magic.
Yeah, I'd like the soapbox on that particular guy. Luigi is an amazing metalsmith, and I don't think he gets enough recognition because he's so far out in BFE, California.
He really is, and he's an amazingly sweet person. He never made me feel like he was talking to me because of, the current job I was doing. He was genuinely interested in my weird.
Yep, he's a great guy and a very, very talented artist. And if you
His
need
knives
something done like that, he would probably want to do it.
His knives are gorgeous, and I was like, okay, and you can't just give it to me. I need to pay for it. He's like, literally, it's going to be like $18 worth of materials. I'm like, okay, you could totally just give it to me.
All right, we ready for the next question?
Yes, we are.
The next question comes from Ghislaine. Who is your emotional support demon?
Emotional support demon?
I can take that first. It's basically, for me, it's
Fritz?
the one sitting next to me and the one I'm looking at on camera. It's those two. Those two.
Yeah, we had an ongoing joke between the three of us for
Do it!
do it. Yeah, exactly, like we're Lucy from our from Disenchantment. That's actually where it came from. The question came from that originally, in the sense that your emotional support animal or whatever. I like the idea of the emotional support demon.
Okay, have either of you guys seen Disenchanted is the question.
No.
Disenchantment. Yeah.
Okay,
No, you've
Baby
got us.
Ninja, we're going to give you a definition.
Okay.
The thing or person in your life that gives you the bad ideas but also supports you through the shit show they just got you in.
My whole fucking household. All of them. Every single one of them. Because
Got your
I
back
have a
1,000,000%.
story for this to prove it, too.
Good.
We are no longer allowed to turf people because of an event. Anybody who doesn't know what turfing is, that's just randomly walking up and tackling somebody.
Oh.
We had a bard who had just been pelicaned, who was singing at the campfire. We bet each other a root beer and $1 that we wouldn't turf this guy. On top of that, we took glow sticks after we turfed said bard and threw them at him and said, "Glow sticks, bitches," and ran off. That was my household's idea.
You
I would
didn't
like
do
to
the
note that Baby Ninja is the frat boy out of this group, and I'm about to get him in a lot of shit next time we hang out.
that frat boy, really? I mean, there's you, Araya.
Hey,
You-
fuck, you're right.
I
You're
like
pretty
how
frat
Alice was
boy.
like, you're not wrong.
I did recently discover that apparently I'm really good at beer pong.
There you go.
But I mean, she's
Confirmed.
playing it on video. It's like
Kinesthetic knowledge.
Wait a minute, is there like
and
a
I can throw ping pong.
So for the Wobbly H, which is the bar that I'm associated with in the SCA, is we were doing, so you set up a table in front of your laptop, and then you mark a 6 foot mark off, and then we play beer pong with each other on video chat. And that's how I discovered that apparently I'm decent at beer pong.
I get better the more I drink.
Yeah, same.
I get less fucks the more I drink, which actually everybody's a winner at that point, right?
Yeah. Sure. So is
All right.
You've answered the question. Carius, you haven't
Carius hasn't answered it yet.
No, I haven't answered the question, and I'm glad that I had some time to think about it. I guess my emotional support demon would be Apollonia, my wife.
She's baller as fuck.
She's pretty rad.
She does lots of things like me and is pretty good about letting me do whatever the hell I want to. And sometimes at events, I would be so busy and involved in so many things. I used to have helium hand. It got shot down. That she would have to carry a lot of weight. So, you know, if I was going to do a thing, she was there to back me up. So she would be my emotional support demon. And she is a demon. She's got red hair. She's a ginger. No soul. She's a demon.
That's a lie. She has soul.
No, can confirm, Sarah.
The only soul she
As
has
my
is
personal, like emotional support demon, I can confirm that you have no soul because you and I get along.
Yeah, but I'm not a natural redhead.
Yeah, so you sold your soul to get there.
You're right. Yeah, I bartered it definitely at the crossroads with the devil in white. That's for sure. To be so good at costuming. That's why I'm so good. All right, you ready to move on to the next one? All right, this one's from Ryan Shepard. If you had all the knowledge you have now about the SCA and activities related to the SCA when you first started, would you do anything differently? Baby Ninja?
No.
Okay.
No.
I like how he's just like, throw down.
No.
I don't think so.
Serious?
Not really. I've been in nerd groups before, and I say that lovingly. They use the term nerd lovingly. I've been in nerd groups before, so I understand how personalities can dominate, get out of hand, and cause lots of problems. So I've pretty much avoided any of the drama that would make me want to do something differently. I sought Duke Fabian out after I heard that he makes armor, and I'll just say that I wooed him into being my knight and Laurel. I did all the things. Yeah. I did all the things that I thought he would want to see in someone to be a candidate for his squapprentice, and I did them. And then, just kind of followed him around. I did that because when I first met him, he's this big, awesome looking dude. He can obviously fight, puts his money where his mouth is. And then after a couple of months of hanging out with him, I've realized that he is an amazing person inside too. And he has some qualities that I aspire to. So, I wouldn't do anything different. I did it right the first time.
Yeah. I'm super happy with where I'm at.
I would say after years of Ren Fair and the only wearing one look, I would have reined in my freaking out to buy everything and dress in all the things. Because now I simply have too much junk. I would have narrowed it down to like 2 coat hardies and called it a day. Although I do love the dress that Sarah made me. Even though it's baller hot.
Yeah, it's not a hot weather outfit. It's definitely I am on the, Volga River somewhere nearish to Russia in the 10th century. It's not gonna be.
Like, I've got a couple of things that I really, really love and a bunch of stuff where I'm like, I mean, I made choices.
Yeah.
I think I made panic choices. I'm like, I don't know. Not German. What else is there? I want it all. Everything but German stuff.
You did end up with a really cool cloak out of it, though.
I mean, I did. I got a lot of great stuff.
So I'm just going to put a side note in here. We are already through 8 of our 11 questions because we put a bonus question in. So if we hit the bonus question and have extra time, we're going to go ahead and take crowd questions from the live chat.
Uh-oh.
On YouTube. If you're not watching on YouTube, which you probably are, because if you click the link, you're watching on YouTube. Yeah, just.
So we're gonna take questions from the audience if we hit that.
I'm gonna have to slow down my answers.
Yeah, slow down my answers.
Oh no, I actually have a bonus question for you that is specifically aimed at you, Baby Ninja, just so you know.
She's picking on you, not me.
I will clarify my no is I wouldn't change it because I wouldn't have the spike sprinkles, and I enjoy them.
Oh, I love this as a term.
I'm glad you coined it. It's really good.
All right. So the next question.
Hey, maybe that should be another one of our drinking game items. Like anytime Araya mentions spite sprinkles, everybody drink.
Bite sprinkles.
Everybody drink.
I would. I finished my cocktail.
Yeah, I can't.
Where's the Thorfinn? He should be there ready with another one.
He's upstairs playing some game of shooting zombies in the face.
Do I need to
West
text and bring your woman a drink?
If I was there, I'd make it a drink.
Nah, I'm good. Don't worry about it.
Everybody that's watching, message Thorfinn to bring her a drink.
Yeah, we'll see how long it takes him to actually like, talk about anything.
100 notifications later. What the hell?
Oh,
It's gonna be like 3 weeks later when people are messaging him.
he's notorious. He is notorious for simply not answering texts. In fact, it's gotten to the point where people message me to get a response out of him.
I do that all the time. All right, so next question. The next question is stolen from the internet. What's scarier, the idea that we're alone in the universe or that we're not?
Probably that we're alone. Mainly because, like, if nobody else is out there and we fuck up, well, now we're SOL. It's all on us. But, like, if other people out there, we can learn new things. We can discover all this fun stuff, figure out how to live on different planets, how they're doing their things. I can go into this for hours.
People are texting Kelly, actually.
Oh my god, he responded, you guys.
Oh shit! I didn't do it. I promise, it wasn't me.
Yeah, being alone in the
It
universe.
actually was. Yeah. I'm sorry, baby ninja.
No, that's
Continue.
fine. It's great.
You're a total baller of Tulia that, you're out of a drink and the entire internet just says, hey, we got to fix this. That's baller. You've reached a bar.
We have reached the point in y'all's streaming career where you can ask the internet to do things and it gets done.
Well, and we have our first sent out fan gift too.
What's
Or
that?
our fan gift.
Oh, that's right. We do. Yeah. Although I was going to say, baby ninja, I totally am on your team. Yeah, it's scarier to know that we're alone. I mean, I want to know that like Han Solo is out there somewhere in the universe, being Han Solo-y, rather than like nobody, nothing. It's
I want
it.
to play
It's
the
us.
first person that yells, it's a trap, because if it's just
Yeah.
a myth to me, I'm
It's
very
perfect.
upset when I die.
Darius, do you have a response for this one?
I mean, this is like groupthink here because it would be pretty scary to consider that we're actually alone. I mean, ontologically, there's so many planets and so many universes and so many galaxies that how's that not going to work that there's somebody else out there that's smarter than me, right? So yeah, that's pretty scary. I actually like to think that there's a lot more entities out there. It would make a lot more sense. And then everything, what if there's not, then we're obviously in some kind of fake universe and there's still somebody out there. So,
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, is it actually just a simulation?
Yeah, simulation.
Yeah.
Somebody
Are we
made
all
it.
in the Matrix?
I was going to avoid the Matrix drop.
Where's the lady in red?
Alice?
I don't know if I think it's
Just
scary.
use a mundane name drink.
No,
Well, she's
my
Alice.
name is Alice either way.
You're the lady of the lake on this show.
I can't drink. Thorfinn hasn't brought me a drink yet. Sorry, guys.
No, I think it would just be sad if we're the only Petri dish.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a weird alignment of things that made us happen in the first place, but it would be sad if we're the only place that any kind of life happened.
I go back to Contact. I love the movie Contact. As, a young woman when I first saw it, and then I went and I read the book and everything, and it's a vastly different book than it is a movie. But the movie's wonderful, and the best part is though that that whole thing about it'd be an awful waste of space if we were the only ones that were the only life in the universe. And then I also flashed to like Monty Python and the Universe song, which is you better pray that there's intelligent life somewhere up in space because there's bugger all down here on Earth.
Very nice.
Okay, I'd like to interrupt. I just put my glasses on. Julia, you're so pretty.
Shut up! You're pretty. Those are good glasses. Are those new? You just
They're
never.
newish.
Yeah, you just. Well, I haven't seen you since the end of February in person, so fuck. I don't know. Like, anyway.
Ready for the next question because this is the guaranteed soapbox.
Oh.
So don't soapbox on this one, just to be that guy.
Oh,
As a-
I will bet you a bottle of alcohol you can't not soapbox on this.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
I don't see. I'm worried that I'm gonna lose that, and I'm just be like,
You want to take that bet, Baby Ninja?
no, not really.
Okay.
Not really.
All right.
Wait, I'm sorry. Hang on. For all my friends in Aidenville, basic night shit. Challenging squares to dumb bets.
Well, yeah.
There you go. Okay. On to the next question.
All right. This question comes from Hansa. There is only one real James Bond. Who is it?
I don't even have a soapbox. All I have to say is Sean Connery. That's it. Done.
That was a reenactment of the first time that question got
Actually,
answered.
that was, yeah. It's exactly what I did.
Yep. Pretty much. That's pretty good. So wait, I mean, think about it. He is the best James Bond because he was the James Bond in my formative years. He was what a dapper gentleman who had it all together was. I've since kind of changed my mind on whether or not James Bond is good at all because, well, you know, he's pretty objectifying of women and he seems kind of misogynistic in some ways. So, you know, James Bond may not be that great for this age, but Sean Connery will always be the best dressed guy, best dressed man, the most sophisticated man. And you could take Daniel Craig and his creepy ass ice guy eyes and have a ball.
I would like to note that Curious was about to be like very polite and poised in this and not touch a soapbox, and then he snatched the soapbox and just stood on it. Go for it.
Never fucking mind.
Lady of the Lake.
Roger Moore was my first James Bond.
You're the first one to have mentioned Roger Moore, I think. Well, I think there may have been like one or two other people on the chat that did.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yep.
So he's the James Bond I picture.
Mm-hmm.
He's not the one that like I'm all, oh swoon, you're so sexy, because more I'm like that's, you know, my dad was James Bond.
So amusingly enough,
like
James Bond has almost never been a swoony character for me because I read the books as a kid and I'm like, that's a misogynistic dick. Also, I'm built like all the bad guys. Like if you read in that book, like I am just built like the bad guys. And I'm like, oh, I'm a bad guy in James Bond. Which one can I kick their ass? Also, I'm not putting you over a pool of sharks and then expecting you to die. I'm just putting a bullet in your head.
Yeah, there's no long conversation.
I don't understand the monologue thing. Like,
yeah, you're not going to get a monologue. You're not going to get anything else like that.
That's how the bad guys die.
There might be some really nice tits, and then you're going to die.
Yeah, exposition was a little overdone each time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have to say, Rachel Ost, who's been posting on our chat and on the YouTubes, just actually echoed my sentiment 100%, which is I still friggin' want Idris Elba as James Bond, damn it. Mm-hmm.
Yes, please. So much, please.
Mm-hmm. I remember he was also being considered for Doctor Who, which I was a big like, hell yeah, sign me right in that category of please. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll be lucky.
Yeah. Also, Idris Elba can play a mean bad guy, and it's good.
yes.
He's good in everything. He's just
like he is the reason why I watched the recent fucking Fast and the Furious.
I mean, I guess that's a valid reason as any to watch Fast and the Furious.
Literally, that entire movie series is just jerk-off material. There's no plot line. It is just pretty people in fast cars doing dumb shit and defying physics, and it's all just about, like, eventually figuring out some material to keep for yourself later. That's it.
We're going to need a whole new alphabet.
Now everyone knows why this is a rated R show.
If they didn't know before.
I mean, we've been dropping F-bombs the entire time.
Oh, okay. The Lady of Lake has gone back into hiding, so she may answer the next question.
Oh.
Are we ready for this?
I'm ready.
So this is the bonus question. So after I read this, if we want to go to
we should talk slower, Curious.
Watch your questions. We can totally do that. So the next question is from Thor.
No, Ding Dong.
I was about to say pronounce that name.
Talark.
Gee, I can't pronounce names, okay?
Well, at least that's the way that, like, the person I knew whose name was Talark.
If you were to be quarantined with one superhero, who would it be and why? I like how, like, Baby Ninja is over here just like, can't say that.
No, it's less can't say that. It's more like, in my mind, I just went through, okay, here's the list of, like, 7. Which of them will be, like, prime optimal to come out with a brand new skill out of quarantine?
I'll go first. I had more time to think.
Okay.
choice.
Okay, so for so many reasons. If
Yeah.
we're quarantined, who has to stay in the same spot? Not this guy. Who knows all the stuff? This guy. Doctor Strange, 100%. Way more interesting. I thought about it and I'm like, oh, do I want a hottie or, oh no, I'm going to stay with the smarty pants doctor who can like doctor it out of everything.
Well, and
Also, we can like go wherever.
Since I'm quarantined with you, I'm sticking with your answer also.
That's some
And
good
easy
quarantine
on the eyes.
practice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then you got a little quarantine pod.
Yeah, I was going to say, since we're stuck together anyways, I accept your answer.
I would actually say I would have to go with Tony Stark. Like, fuck it. I want the billionaire playboy genius. Give me that one.
Can dimensionally move through space.
So,
you know, whatever.
I'm stuck for like 3 different reasons between Batman and Black Canary, simply for like the martial arts value here, to be completely honest.
Okay, well, Batman versus Black Canary. Like,
I don't know.
boobs? I don't know.
I mean, that's a strong point.
Always
Very
choose
strong
group.
point.
Really, Batman's super like depressive all the time and like serious
Dark.
about everything.
True.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he's a lot of fun. Like,
I'd probably go with Black Canary.
I would say so. She seems a little bit cooler. Like, but, you know.
Just like a Doctor Strange.
I'm glad I get to go last because mine breaks the question.
Ooh.
I would choose Nightcrawler because he could go get whoever I wanted. So I would say Nightcrawler, go get me a rogue. I need somebody to have fun with. Nightcrawler, go get me a Mr. Hank Beast because he makes really cool stuff and he's super smart. So I'd had great conversation. And then I would say, Mr. Nightcrawler, I need you to go get my friends so we can hang out. Now we're all quarantined together and I win.
Those are all good.
Well, there's the answer, and then there's let's just take care of this random. Wham! I win.
Okay, so I've asked for.
We got one already.
Did we? Okay, you're at point. Hang on one second. I do have a question specifically for Baby Ninja. How the fuck did you get the nickname Baby Ninja?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh, so it's actually 2 people's fault. And Anton's. But Anton was the catalyst. So I met Anton, was supposed to meet up with him at Gulf Wars. I was able to get him a tent and all the stuff because he was flying in from knows where, because he was traveling like he always does. And then I met Countess Fortune, who's in chat right now, doing caps for my name. And Anton's not my Laurel. I cannot remember her SCN name. It's Antonio's wife. And I walked up in like my raggedy Viking I just got to the event clothes. And like, hey, I have Anton's shit, where is it going? And they're like, oh wait, are you Baby Ninja? And I was like, that's a wrong clothes. And I was like, so at which point, Mistress Elizabeth. Thank you, Fortune. And so, like, they ask, like, they're trying to fix the boards, and I help them fix that, and it just ends up that I'm the baby of everybody there, and I was incognito from it, so that's kind of how they got to Baby Ninja. Yeah, and then we set up Sex Island for Anton.
Okay, I have questions. All of those are happening later because we're going to eat our time.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to unpack
Another
this
one
one.
that you only get to give a one-sentence answer to before we go to a viewer question is, so how does it feel being the first non-peer on the show?
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm still running the tech stuff. It hasn't changed. I just get to be sassy and everybody else can hear me now.
Yeah, so,
Now the internet knows everything that comes out of my mouth.
Not everything, surely. Sure, there's more random shit that could come out if you just
definitely.
try. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, okay, so we want to get to the viewer questions?
Sarah, I'll let you pick first.
Okay, well, the first one I saw, maybe there was another one up above this, but the first one that caught my eye was Constantia. She asks, what is the most frustrating thing you find about either how your kingdom handles things or how the SCA handles things?
I like how you had to go with a heavy question.
First question I saw.
Carius, you go first because I'm going to soapbox the shit out of this.
Okay. So
we gotta get a little like soapbox icon. I just like.
having been a part of several courts and friends of people that were on court or reigning at the time, or just my experience in general with a lot of people is the way that we handle R&Ds. I think. Am I supposed to drink? Oh no, Thorfinn finally got.
Thorfinn just gave me a drink.
Finally.
Thank you, all of you. Anyway, sorry,
Good
Karen.
job, internet. Good job.
I think a lot of people have gotten the boot that didn't deserve it, and a lot of people that deserve it haven't gotten the boot.
Mm,
So how's that for a Hobbit answer?
that's a really good answer.
I think that there are some good reasons for instant R&D, like assault or
Murder.
sexual assault or murder or something like that. Yeah,
Mhm.
no, that's a no-brainer. We don't want like that associated.
Child abuse. Yeah.
Yeah, that should be instant. But there are quite a few things that I've only been in the SCA 6.5 years, I think, 6.5 years. There are quite a few things from an administrative perspective that I disagree with, and changing them would be some fundamental changes, and we're not used to change. We hate it. So I don't know about solving it, but yeah, R&Ds and the way they get handled.
All right, Baby Ninja, do you wanna soapbox shit out of this? We need to start a 2-minute timer on your soapbox.
So there's a knight from my local group here, and Conrad, I'm sorry you've heard this rant. I hate how my fucking kingdom handles people who don't fight with shields.
Oh, they don't what?
They cannot handle people that don't want to fight with shields in a tournament.
Well, that's weird.
I have spent God knows how long getting this side eye like, why don't you just fight with a shield? Because I enjoy fighting with this thing that is a little stick, okay? I like to whack people and hear them go, oof. Just let me have fun. Like, guys, come on. We're gonna have fun. My weapon is just as much a pain in the ass as your sword and shield. Hell, I have less of a blocking thing. Just let me suck for 6 months and deal with the pain. Alright, I'm done.
Now that we've all learned you're a masochist.
I'm just gonna shut up.
Which is okay. There's
I
no
will
kink
dig myself into a way deep hole.
Lady of the Lake.
I mean, you get more than 3 people together. It's high school, no matter what you do.
Yeah, true.
Truth. Yeah.
All right, we got 2 minutes. Do you guys want one more question?
Sure.
I've got a couple that I've been pulling out from the.
It's only been an hour. It seems like it's been like.
Or I can explain Sex Island, because Chad is blowing up over that.
Oh, no, we're going to leave them all hanging.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is Helga's fault, Chad.
Helga, if you want to dip into the show notes, at the very end, I've added 3 of the questions I've been able to snag,
awesome.
And I'll let you choose which one. Talk amongst yourselves.
I am not blushing. It's really hot in here, because I have 2 PCs running.
Oh, okay. We're gonna go with we're gonna go with number 13 with
Tyrannosaurus Hex. I'm sorry, I don't know who you are.
Question: favorite cocktail for quarantine?
So I'll
Favorite
be
cocktail what?
honest.
Favorite cocktail for quarantine?
Or beverage. You know, if you're not a cocktail person, but you like a good beer, but specific kind or whatever, you know.
I should have bought stock in Nespresso before the quarantine.
I believe that like Alice and I's answer is also going to be the same, and it's going to be coffee.
I'm a Southerner. I'm a Coke person. I can't erase that yet. I quit smoking, but Coke Zero is always around me. But we do have a Nespresso that's very recent. My oldest son bought it, and I've become quite enamored with the drinks that Ashley makes. I don't know what they are, or Apollonia. I don't know what they are, but they're delicious. So
Drink. He used a mundane name.
I know I used to.
Oh man, I'm out of a drink.
I know, I'm out of my coffee.
So I'll be completely honest, I haven't been able to drink at all during quarantine because I've been on call since the beginning of this thing. I wish I could just drink during quarantine and find a new drink, but I haven't been able to, so I have no idea.
Okay, so what's your favorite?
I've been drinking nothing but water. Literally water.
I love water, but if you had your druthers and you could drink something other than water, what would it be?
A shit ton of hurricanes because I need to forget every part of the last couple months when it comes to work.
You and I are going to be great friends.
Oh my god. If all of us are together and drinking is gonna be a fucking shit.
God, I want to go to New Orleans with all you motherfuckers so bad.
Hey,
That'll be
I'm
fun.
the designated bailer out of jail.
I
I'll give
literally
you
live
a-
4 hours from New Orleans. Let's fucking do this.
I know. I'm like, you're practically local.
Oh,
My
wait.
family's from
I
Louisiana.
don't-
Let's do this.
I don't drink booze, so I could be pretty good at bailing people out. You just give me all
Yeah.
your keys and your money, and I
I'm
will
a-
do the whole thing.
I like alcohol a lot. I enjoy it a lot. And thing is I'm a lightweight. So I tend to go for like the highest impact I can instead of pace myself. I just want
That's right.
Here's the nuke. Let's just solve it now.
the Sazerac. And that's what I happen to be drinking right now. That's usually what I'm drinking when we're on the show is a tasty, lovely Sazerac, which is actually the, the official cocktail of New Orleans. So it's delicious. Yeah, definitely.
In Stockholm, I had to teach a bartender how to make one.
Oh my God.
Wait,
Well, I mean,
what?
here's the thing with I stopped drinking Sazeracs for a long time because when you go to a bar, it has to be a really specific kind of like cocktail bar for you to walk in and be like, I want to drink a Sazerac, and then to be like, cool, and then make it for you. Most places, either you walk them through it, or they just look at you like you have three heads, and they're like, I don't understand anything that doesn't have like its ingredients in the name, like a gin and tonic, or whiskey and Coke, or a vodka and soda, or something like that. So yeah, I'm really specific about where I go to that, and thankfully I date a bartender, so I don't have to go too far. But I make my own too, which is really
No,
delicious.
you just had we just had the internet text him for you.
I know.
Oh,
Thank you,
internet.
internet. Internet, you rock.
So with that, we're at our time.
Yeah, we are. All right. So thank you for tuning into this very special episode Between Two Peers. And especially thank you to Carius and Baby Ninja and Our Lady of the Lake, who keep making our show better and better. And we would not be this cool without you guys. Trust me.
For
And-
reals.
Yeah. And thank you to all. What was that?
Labors of love.
For sure. Yeah, thank you for to all of you guys watching. We're thrilled that you keep tuning in every week and joining in the discussion on the YouTube chat as well as the Facebook page. Your enthusiasm carries us forward every single day. I think that we would not be as excited about this show were you not all excited about this show for us. So our little weird experiment turned into something kind of wonderful, and it would not be any of that without any of you watching this right now. And with that, I'd like to say like and follow us on Facebook at Between Two Peers to catch all of our updates, information about upcoming contests, general shenaniganry, other fun stuff during the week, etc. And we'll see you Friday when we return with our charming guest, Count Sato, lately King of the Midrealm. And until then, we will see you then.
Subscribe to YouTube.
Goodbye, guys. Thank you. Share this
Notifications
with
when
your
we go
friends, please. Give it to the whole SCA.
I
Carrie,
would like to
Carrie's and
know
I
that
like.
I already lost the bet.
Carrie
Oh,
and I
and
literally
Araya-
did this to help these two. I would love for the whole SCA to see this.
So,
This is
so
not a West
Helga lost the bet. We have
Yes.
now, as of today, made 1,000 followers, and I think we're coming up on 1,000 likes pretty quick, if not already over it. You know, it was a competition, a bet that nobody loses. So, but thank you, everyone.
Have a good
Bye,
night, guys.
everybody. We don't have credits this time. We're just gonna disappear into the ether.
Pew, pew,
Peace out.
pew.
Word to your mother. Be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.